Alright, you want to start it?
How's it going? I'm Jesse.
Hey, check it out. I'm Justin.
And I'm Josh.
And
Who are we?
we are Motion City Soundtrack, the band. I don't know if all of us are the same way, but I know I make music because I don't know what else to do. I'm not really good at anything, and I've failed at most of my attempts at other things. I've never really had a real job, so, I mean, I've worked for my parents mostly, other than Video Update, but I don't know if that counts.
But I mean, like, him and I both went to college and stuff and failed. And
Tried.
We both
all three of
served
us.
pizza and failed.
Yeah, no. I was doing well at that, actually, but I had to quit because of this band. Actually,
You
it
could
was,
be
I mean,
making
it was
money.
like I always tried to do other things than music, and then realized that I was really only half-ass good at music than anything else. So I had to go with the music thing.
Keyword half-ass.
Half-ass, yeah, definitely half-ass. But I don't know.
We try for full ass, but we usually end up with half.
You know,
ass.
Flea really inspired me to play music.
That's wild, man.
That's why I played bass.
I think Mike Patton inspired me to sing. So that's
Really?
Yeah.
That's crazy too.
That's one of my
We both
favorite
have kind
singers,
of like this weird
Faith No More.
funk,
Yeah.
metal thing for our
about you?
influences.
I'm probably the same as Josh, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Flea?
it was Red Hot
What's
Chili
those-
Peppers.
What was those damn pants he wore, man? Those
The animal pants.
animal pants.
In the Bust a Move video, right?
Yeah. His stuffed animal pan heads.
You
also
want,
together.
you got.
All right, sorry.
Sorry.
This band was like kind of came about because of
Two bands.
it was like me and this guy here started playing in like 1998, and we like
It's true.
we had this band name, and the music evolved over the time or whatever. But we found different members that worked and then didn't work out as much as other people, and just
Some people
couldn't
quit.
do it. Some people couldn't do
were
it.
fired.
Yeah, well, whatever. Some people couldn't do it because their time's good, or was just getting on in their life and going, oh my god, I can't be playing music when I'm 27 and not going anywhere with it. And finally we played with a band on tour called Submerge, and then we became friends with them about a year later. Fast forward, their drummer and bass player ended up being our drummer and bass player.
Matt
got them
and
to join,
Tony.
and they're from Virginia, so they had to fly. We had to fly them back and forth all the time. And this guy I worked at a pizza place with, and one day I was like, hey, you want to learn how to play keyboards? And he was like, yeah, sure. And that's basically
about how it went.
About 2 weeks later, I was like handing $2,000 to record our record, and he's like, all right, and we did it.
Luckily, I crashed my car and got the insurance money.
Yeah, we all pitched in, all our money.
Thank
to do
goodness
it.
for car crashes and bad jobs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's about it. That's our band.
Oh, and credit cards.
Credit cards, yeah.
Credit cards too. Which reminds me, I have to write a few checks.
You should
before
do
we-
that.
Yeah. Okay.
It's a weird thing to get used to. It's weird being around people all the time, but not really being around anybody at the same time. I mean, like it's a lonely but you're crowded place.
And it's really weird going back to going home to where you're supposed to be normal, but you don't have a job
And
and
everybody talks to you about the same thing.
Yeah.
Sorry.
How was tour and everything, which is what you talk about when you're on tour too. It envelops you pretty much.
Not that I'm complaining about it, because it's an amazing job and I love it. But my girlfriend does not like it when people ask her when I leave again.
Yeah.
When are you gonna leave again? When she's around, it kind of bums her out.
I find that I'm more productive when I'm on the road, and I have set times when I eat and when I brush my teeth and do this
I
stuff,
think I'm
like
just gonna
normal
start
things.
tour managing you at home.
Home
Yeah, well, like
editing.
when I get home, I have no there's no set anything, and I go crazy. So that's where I have most of my problems is when I'm actually
Your
at home.
sleeping schedule totally flips.
Yeah, it's just weird. I tend to write. Well, I don't know. It's really weird, but for this last record specifically, I simplified what I was doing and focused more on melodies. I don't even know. Only a couple things came, like lyrics and parts, and then brought to the band, and then we changed it. But a lot of the times, we just play something together, and then if I hum or sing notes over it and it sounds good, we just kind of keep going.
Mhm.
And then when it actually comes down to writing the words, for me, I don't know. I guess it totally depends. Like it's pretty random, and I guess I don't know. Sometimes I put a lot of thought into it. Sometimes I don't. Sometimes words just come out. And for some reason, when we're in the practice studio and I'm just singing the same line every time we come to it, then okay, well maybe I should use that as a reference point to go off of. Or like Josh will say, "Oh shit, I loved it when you said this," and I was like, "I didn't say that." And he's like, "No, but you should. You should say this." I'm like, "Oh, okay."
We've actually
Take that idea.
changed words on our last record because of that.
The first record.
The first record, I'm sorry, yeah. Because there was a point where what did you actually say? You said,
"Here's to every one night stand."
yeah,
and
here's everyone that's dead, but I heard, here's to everyone that's dead. And so we changed it to
I
here's
said
to
it better
everyone.
that way, so.
And then we did that after that. We went back into the studio
Yeah.
and re-recorded the lyric and then put it like that.
But yeah, so I don't know, but yeah, definitely. I mean, I'm all about referencing. I think in one of our new songs, like I actually sang a Promise Ring lyric, and then reference the fact that I have no original ideas of my own, and is it legal to actually sing their song in our song and then sell it, whatever. So it's like very self-reflexive. I don't know.
Mark Hoppus from Blink-182 produced that record. I think he brought. I think the idea of getting Mark to do the record was like something that really influenced us in the idea of like we were excited about doing our record because we got something that would be really interesting. Nobody else had Mark Hoppus at this point produce a record, and it was just something cool to have done. I mean, I just think that's it made us want to work harder at doing it. And
I think another thing that was really cool too is that the fact that this is going to be his first record producing, so that was crazy for us to go to somebody who's never produced a record before. But it was also crazy for him to be like, okay, well shit, if this band sucks, because he hadn't heard any of our stuff, so he had no idea. He just heard like the first album, and he liked that music, and this is it's the same but different. So it was like everybody was taking chances, which is one huge reason why I liked it, because that's kind of how we roll. I just said that's kind of how we roll. Like it just rolled off my tongue too, and I don't usually talk like that. Anyway, so yeah, that's how we roll.